Good morning, students. Welcome back to a course on morphology and syntax. Our topic today is still about a tree diagram. And today, we are going to study a tree diagram that deals with ambiguity in sentences. In other words, we are going to use a tree diagram to reveal ambiguous meanings in a sentence. Well, study this sentence. Lisa, Tom, and Jack locked the door. What do you think of the meaning of this sentence? Well, in order to help you to understand the meanings revealed from this sentence, once again, study the following diagrams. I provide two three diagrams, okay, in order to facilitate your understanding of the meaning of the sentence. Okay, the two diagrams show the analysis of the same sentence, that is, Lisa, Tom, and Jack locked the door. However, you can find the difference between these two diagrams. And the main difference is found in how we draw the tree or the branches for the NP. Okay, the first NP here is different from the first NP in the second diagram. And this difference is what makes the meaning found in these sentences is ambiguous. Okay, now let's see one by one. Okay, in order to answer the question, how do two diagrams show different meanings? The different meaning here is particularly related to who locked the door, whether two persons or one person, two persons or three persons, whether only Risa locked the door, or Risa and Tom locked the door, or Risa and Tom and Jack locked the door. Okay, now let's study the first diagram very carefully. Okay, in other words, we are going to disclose the meaning of the first three diagrams. Now, when we study the first diagram very carefully, the first one, we have to see the branch or the branches of the NP. And the main branch that you have to pay attention is the position of coordinate conjunction. Okay, in other words, the ambiguity in this sentence is caused by coordinate conjunction. Now, we can see here that the NP, separates two NPs by using coordinate conjunction or. Okay, by using coordinate conjunction or. So what does it mean? It means that the ones who lock the door must be either NP Risa, okay, either NP Risa here, or Tom together with Jack. In other words, the door may be locked by Risa only or by Tom and Jack. That is the meaning disclosed by using these three diagrams. So the meanings here is that Risa, okay, only Risa, or Tom and Jack. It means that the door may be locked by only one person or two persons. In other words, the meaning of this sentence shown by this diagram is either Risa or Tom and Jack lock the door. Okay, that is the meaning revealed through these three diagrams. Now, let's find out the meaning disclosed by the second three diagram. Okay, you can see here that the main NP, okay, the main NP is branched into three branches: NP, coordinate conjunction, and the other NP. And once again, I remind you that the meaning here depends on the position of the coordinate conjunction, or the element or the constituent of the coordinate conjunction. And in this second diagram, the coordinate conjunction used is and. So what does it mean? It means that the door may be locked by either Risa or Tom, okay? By either Risa or Tom, or, together with Jack, okay? Together with Jack. It means that the door must be closed by more than one person. So you can see, you can find the difference in meaning between the two diagrams. The first diagram shows that the door can be locked by only one person or two persons, but this three diagram shows that the door must be closed by two persons, and they can be Risa or Tom, okay, together with Jack. In other words, Jack must be involved in the process of locking the door, together with either Risa or Tom. So we can say that the meaning disclosed by using this three diagram is either Risa or Tom, okay, either one of them, okay, together with Jack. Okay, so Jack must be involved, okay, together with either Risa or Tom. So you can find that the meanings of the same sentence are different because of three diagrams. So we can assume that a tree diagram can be used to disclose the ambiguity or the ambiguous meaning in a sentence. And the first ambiguity disclosed by using this tree diagram is the meaning that involves coordinate conjunction. Now, let's see the other example of ambiguity that can be solved by using a tree diagram. Now, please study this sentence. The boy hit an old man with a stick. The boy hit an old man with a stick. What do you think of the meaning of this sentence? The boy hit an old man with a stick. I believe that you can find two different meanings in this sentence. What is it? Okay, the first one, the boy hit an old man with a stick. It means that a stick is used by the boy to hit an old man. That is the first meaning, or the first possible meaning of this sentence. The second possible meaning of this sentence is the boy hit an old man who is using a stick. It means that the difference here is caused by the preposition. Okay, so the ambiguity is found here whether a stick belongs to the boy or a stick belongs to a non. This meaning is revealed by the three diagrams. Now study the following two diagrams. Okay, this is the first diagram and this is the second diagram. Okay, once again, I ask you a question. How do the two diagrams show different meanings? Let's find out the meanings revealed or disclosed by each of these three diagrams. Here you are. This is the first diagram. The boy hit a old man with a stick. What do you think of the meaning? Who has a stick? The boy or an old man? Okay, now let's study this sentence very carefully. You see here that a stick, okay, a stick is a part of the verb phrase, okay, and a stick here is a part of prepositional phrase, which is the same constituent as noun phrase and verb. In other words, verb NP and PP are the same level of constituents of the VP. So what does it mean? It means that a stick here is a tool used by the boy to hit a old man. Why? Because PP here that contains a stick, okay, is the constituent of the verb phrase. It is not constituent the noun phrase. So we can say that this sentence means the boy uses a stick to hit an old man. That's the meaning. So we can say that a stick belongs to the boy. So a stick belongs to the boy. Now, let's see the second diagram. Still with the same sentence, the boy hit an old man with a stick. Okay, look at carefully. We still have the boy hit an old man with a stick. And find out the position of the PP in this diagram. You can see that the PP here is not the constituent of the VP, or is not the main constituent of the VP, but it is the constituent or the direct constituent of the noun phrase. It means that a stick here belongs to the noun phrase. A stick here is used to modify an old man. So we can say this diagram discloses that a stick belongs to an old man. So you can see here that a tree diagram can be used to reveal ambiguities in sentences. Okay, now the question is, what should we do in order to avoid ambiguity in a sentence? Okay, now we are going to show that the meaning is exclusively used to reveal that a stick belongs to the boy. Okay, in order to avoid ambiguity and to show that the stick belongs to the boy exclusively, we can change the position of the PP, okay, of the PP. In other words, we move with a stick closer to the boy. So we have a sentence, with a stick, the boy hit an old man. It is no doubt that the stick must belong to the boy because it is closer to the boy. That is the first way how to avoid ambiguity in the sentence. Meanwhile, to reveal the second meaning that the stick belongs to an old man is by changing the status of the article. You can see that the article used here is indefinite article an. It means that an here can be any old man. Okay, it can be any old man, whether an old man with a stick or whether an old man without a stick. However, by changing the article an into the, which is definite article, okay, so we can show that a stick exclusively belongs to the old man. So we have a sentence, the boy hit the old man with a stick. By using the old man with a stick, we can understand that a stick must belong to an old man or to the old man. That's all, students. How a tree diagram can be used as a tool to avoid or to solve the problem of ambiguity in a sentence. I have already shown you two examples of ambiguity. And the first ambiguity is caused by coordinate conjunction. And the second ambiguity is caused by a preposition or a prepositional phrase. Later, okay, you can also use the other ambiguous sentence in order to use a tree diagram in solving such ambiguity. That's all for today. I hope you can understand it and you can practice the analysis by using a tree diagram on the other sentences. That's all. Thank you and see you in the other occasion.